This programme was made with support from the National Lottery Heritage Fund. On the Heritage Channel tonight, Victorian entrepreneurs, free video training, the history of the Grimsby motor industry, heritage murals, and the historic building opens its doors to visitors. Welcome to the Heritage Channel, where we explore the fascinating history of North East Lincolnshire. On a chilly day in March, the great and the good gathered once again at Cleethorpes Station to celebrate the legacy of Victorian entrepreneur Sir Edward Watkin.
We're here, really, you could say, to finish the job, because last November Melanie Om, the MP, unveiled a brilliant blue plaque sponsored by TransPennine Express, and today we're finishing the job because there's an information board. It's going to look brilliant. It's going to be unveiled by Melanie again.
We are here to unveil an information board telling us all about Edward Watkin, Mr Grimsby and Mr Cleethorpes.
We're also going to unveil a plaque at the original buildings built by Edward Watkin so many years ago, and that's going to be unveiled by John Quick, who is the president of the Great Central Railway Society.
Not only was he classed as a railway king, he was an MP for 30 years. He was a workaholic. People are now travelling under the English Channel to go to France. It's not a new idea. Watkin had this idea, 150 years ago.
The Edward Watkin Society really do some great work in promoting what the gentleman did for not just Cleethorpes, for Grimsby. His amazing character he was.
I am honoured to be a guest at the unveiling of this plaque at Cleethorpes train station to commemorate Edward Watkin, Victorian creator, inventor, philanthropist, businessman who built Cleethorpes.
This is a very big day for all of us here, of course. We hope to be we will be talking about a potential very, very exciting future.
We've just got Platform 4 back in operational use, so that's great. Also got Brand's ambition to get a museum for the Watkin Society down at the far end of Platform 1, so big ambitions, big aspirations, but I'd love to see it happen.
There are many ways to celebrate our heritage, Ted, aren't there? But I think this type of approach has really high impact. So something like a plaque there, as people are coming off the train from Sheffield, from Liverpool, from the rest of the country. Yes, they're coming to celebrate and to party and enjoy the beach, but at the same time they're finding out about the significant past of Grimsby, Cleethorpes and North East Lincolnshire. And sometimes we forget how important we are historically, and it's really powerful to see that writ large on the wall.
Other enhancements to the station include a heritage mural in the booking hall created by artist Nikita Spire.
So I'm creating this mural behind me here about all the different trains through time. So we've got the older trains in the background here and then moving on to the modern trains here. So I've been working with different local groups like the Watkin group, and we've been working on designs together, and they've very kindly given me some beautiful photographs of how the station used to look, all the different trains, and yeah, basically working with them and a few other people to create this amazing design behind me. And it's taken about 3 days so far to create, and it should be finished next week.
This latest mural joins an impressive display of public artwork produced by Paint the Town Proud and Big Local Cleethorpes. The legacy of Sir Edward Watkin is also the subject of an educational project led by Heritage Lincolnshire, thanks to funding from the National Lottery Heritage Fund.
The Edward Watkin project started out of a previous Heritage Starter Fund project. that was done locally, and it was realised that there was an appetite in the area to really look into Edward Watkin as a person and to get local schools to engage with him as an important person for our area. So we decided that we wanted to have something that schools across North East Lincolnshire would be able to use, so teachers could have something ready-made that they could sort of put into their curriculum. And we thought to kind of partner that with local communities. We developed these digital resources, so a film about Grimsby and what Watkin did there and why that was so important, and also a trail about Cleethorpes as well. For young people to understand their local area and to understand its history and its heritage is so important, because it makes them appreciate where they live, where they come from, and I think as a result of that increases that pride in their local area. So there's a lot going on at the minute, which is exciting.
Over the coming year, we will be exploring the remarkable story of Grimsby motor manufacturer Lloyd's Cars, thanks to support from Create North East Lincolnshire. Led by brilliant engineer Roland Lloyd, the company manufactured cars from its Patrick Street factory from 1936 to 1950, meeting demand from both here and abroad. During the war, production turned to making parts for the Rolls-Royce Merlin engines, powering Spitfires and Lancasters that flew from our Lincolnshire airfields. The technical innovations of the post-war Lloyd 650 with transverse engine and independent suspension anticipated the configuration of the iconic Austin Mini, launched some 8 years later. We will be following progress here on the Heritage Channel, and the results will be shown in a public exhibition and documentary film. If you have a connection with Lloyd's Cars or the Roland Lloyd family, we would love to hear from you in the comments below or email Elise on our media team. Heritage organisations and schools in North East Lincolnshire can access free video production training from Heritage Channel team, thanks to support from the National Lottery Heritage Fund. The 2-hour workshops aim to show how to capture broadcast quality footage using camera phones. Contact us for more information. Our production team also work with organisations involved in heritage projects to support public engagement, marketing, evidence outcomes and secure funding. A partnership with Linkage Community Trusts, which began in 2022, saw a series of projects culminate in securing £5 million worth of funding to build an inclusive and sustainable future for Weelsby Hall.
Linkage started the process over 5 years ago now of looking at what to do with 2 of the Grade 2 listed buildings on the site. And that process began really with an options appraisal to look at the possibilities. We commissioned social enterprise Hammond House to undertake a documentary, which was really designed to demonstrate what Weelsby Hall as a place means to Linkage. So what came out of that documentary was something that really visually captured the beauty and heritage of the buildings is something that's really important to Linkage and the people that Linkage support. We owe a huge debt of gratitude to National Lottery players. Some of that money that they buy tickets with goes to the various different lottery distributors, one of which is the National Lottery Heritage Fund. It's an exciting time. By the end of next year, it will all be done.
To celebrate this milestone in their journey, a launch event in March included funding workshops and a guided tour of this historic building.
So I'm interested in local heritage.
Come here today to learn more about Weelsby Hall as one of Grimsby's best hidden secrets.
I'm very interested in local heritage. I'm involved with Oakley Preservation Society and I was involved with special needs education.
I'm the artist who's going to be working on making an installation to go on stairs here.
Work will surely begin on our big picture on Bethlehem Street to provide better access to this historic building and preserve its architectural heritage.
It's all very exciting. We've just found out that we've got 180,000 from the Arts Council England to do capital investment work on the building that will enable us to do full access ability for the building and for our community. It is quite challenging because we've got a mix of ages of building here. So we've got a 1700 building dating the early Georgian, which in some cases is good because the doors are wider because of the design, but it was originally 3 cottages dating from that time. So there's a heritage conservation and repair project, but we don't want to just do that. What we want to do is learn from that. So we are developing a heritage skills programme with it, and that will enable young people, particularly apprentices, to actually be able to come and get hands-on experience of working with lime mortar. What we're hoping is that by the end of the year, we'll have a really good idea of what our 3-year plan is and our 5-year plan, because we'll have so much evidence from an archaeological dig, from skills, from our arts programme. So people, it's really widening up that reach and accessibility.
In other heritage news, Grimsby Fishing Heritage Centre are preparing for the season school visits, which offer young people the chance to experience the immersive displays and learn more about the heritage of our coastal community. Great Grimsby Day, now celebrated on the 11th of March when Grimsby received its town charter, saw celebrations on Radio Humberside and at the Town Hall, where local historian Carla Linford led a guided walk of hidden Grimsby. Plans are now currently being laid for the 2025 Heritage Open Days, held each year in September. If you have a heritage building or other assets you can make available to the public or would like to help promote the events, contact Stella Jackson. The NEL Heritage Network brings together people and organisations in North East Lincolnshire with an interest in preserving and promoting our local heritage. Heritage Skills at Creative Starts and Weelsby Hall feature at the last meeting in March. To join the network and attend the next meeting in May, contact Anna Hartley at Heritage Lincolnshire. And finally, our new statue of Grim and Havelock now graces the plinth in the grounds of Grimsby Institute at Nuns Corner. Produced by the students at the college with the help of local artists, this new interpretation of our local folk heroes replaces the original statue which now resides in Freeman Street Market. Let us know what you think in the comments below. That's all from the Heritage Channel team tonight. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you next month for more heritage news, views and local stories. This programme was made with support from the National Lottery Heritage Fund.